All right, another day, another dollar, as they say. And so we're looking at the daily today, and we made that move for the high, tested it, and retraced. So we're looking at what could turn into a bull flag on the daily, but there is this ominous divergence. So here's a high right here, and here's a high on the momentum. If you're following my cursor, following the vertical line. So here's the high again on the daily price chart, and here's the high in the momentum. And then today's high, putting a challenge, which you could arguably say that that's an equal high, but look at this high right here. So that's a divergence, and the momentum is fading off. And for that to trigger tomorrow, we're going to have to break that low. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the market's turning around and going all the way down, but it means that this trend may be changing, and we could be moving into a compression, and it could very well trade down. I mean, a 50% trade off is not unheard of, and actually I feel it would be healthy. I'd actually like to see that, because then I'd have more confidence in the next move up to break the record highs. But if we do trigger this divergence, I wouldn't be surprised that at the very least we enter into a consolidation for a few bars. And I don't see any big news on the forefront aside from non-farm payrolls at the beginning of next month, the first Friday of July. So that's on the dailies. Let's see what it did to the 60-minute today. Yeah, and it rolled it over on the 60-minute. And you could see the divergence. I mean, this is a high right here if you're following my line. And then we hit another high with another high right there. And, we tested that high, and we're just rolling over. And this, I would say, is an inflection down here, where the histogram was at negative 0.74 and then retraced a little bit to the negative 0.48, and then pushed back down negative to negative 2.7. So that's an inflection, which means that move may very well continue. I mean, at the very least, we'll probably see this 235 mark. But again, I wouldn't mind seeing this 4210 mark on the S&P. And then during the day, I mean, we took a couple of trades, but everybody experienced this market. It's just choppy as hell. This is just the summer market, and it sucks, if I could say sucks. So, I mean, if we just crunch it up, I keep losing my June 23rd. There we go. So this is today's trading, just really, I mean, this is the only move that was considerable, 256. I don't even remember where we took the trades anymore. This is only a 6-point move, and it just chops around. This is where you get hurt, where you try to avoid trading, come up with other avenues to make money in the market, and, like fixed or spread trades and iron condors and things like that, if you have that sophistication, which if you join this channel, I will slowly teach you those setups so that you don't feel pressured to make money in the market every day. Those sort of setups just kind of make you money every day. So, while I sit here and watch the market looking for directional trades, intraday trades, I have those positions on that are just making me money. So I'm not pressured, and I could just take good setups. But anyway, what interests everybody most is the end of the day wrap. So we're wrapping. Let's take a look at BB. And BB did nothing to speak of today. The momentum is still positive, so this is very interesting. I mean, the game's not over, and that's on the 60-minute chart. And if we look at the daily, dink, dink, dink. You gotta love the sound effects. Wait here, check this. Well, no, I'm going to give you a sound effect when I see something good. So the daily's still negative, man, and it's curling down. So I don't see any move. But I mean, there's no bloodletting here, so there's nothing to worry about. This is just a wait and see situation. This is our support right here. As long as we hold that support, we can maintain a neutral to bullish perspective or bias. And then we'll look at CLOV. It closed the gap, bounced off of that. That's encouraging. And the daily momentum is bullish. Look, we're rounding out. Looks like, I mean, we still have more to do with it, but it looks like we're making a higher low. And if you watched my trending video, you'll understand that you need a higher low to start an uptrend. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can you could go to my videos, and it'll kind of clarify my frame of mind, or how I look at the markets, and you'll have an understanding of what I'm saying. Or you may know exactly what I'm saying, and then cool, just hit the like, and I'll consider that my reward. So anyway, it's trending up on CLOV, and we'll look at the 60-minute, and we'll just jump back to candlesticks because everybody reads those. And the 60 minutes on an uptrend. I mean, this is not moving aggressively, but it's definitely has the momentum in the direction you want to see it go. My entry would have been, well, you know what? It's hard to say where my entry would have been. I mean, so the momentum is stepping up, which just means that it's a trend reversal. And now you could obviously see a lower high, or right here you have the low, then a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. That's a trend in the up direction. That's a bullish trend, and we could call this the low. So we have a higher low, and it should break to a higher high. It's kind of choppy, and from a trading standpoint, I probably would have missed that jump. So I don't know where I would have entered based on this. But if you're in this, no reason to panic. Yeah, it's turning around. It's kind of making like a bowl, but I mean, you just have to wait and see. There's really not a lot that I could tell you about it. So let me just babble on about the one that everybody's waiting for. The infamous AMC, or hopefully famous AMC, because it'd be nice if everybody made money and then took that money and came to my channel and learned how to trade it properly, and gave me lots of likes and lots of subscribers, and I'll die famous. Or perhaps the regulators will find out we're all making money, and then I'll die infamous because they don't like when we make money. So the daily is kind of trading off, and the momentum is fading off, which I don't like that. But you know what? As long as we're in this channel, it's no big deal. And again, I just want to say I want to see it break through this channel. And if I was going to enter the trade right now, I would enter on a break of this channel. There's nothing in here to induce me. I mean, this is a nice hammer, and you could say, okay, we'll enter over here, but still you're in the channel. So you're hoping that it's going to run up. And what's interesting is you could put that center line in the center of the channel, and then you could probably watch it trade back and forth, hit the top, then come back and maybe dance around the center line, break the center line, come down, and it'll have that symmetry. And that's good. That's a good consolidation. This is a little ugly, but this is the overreaction to that move up, that retrace. But now it's developing some symmetry, and when you have a narrow channel, it's easier for the breakout. So, what we would like to see is that it starts testing this high and maybe reduce this channel between here, and then you can be confident the next move will bust it to the upside. And then if it doesn't work to the upside, you have the center and this as support, and you don't really have to get nervous. It may retest this and then make that move again and try again. So it's nothing ugly here. The only thing I would like to see is just this momentum turn around, and that would convince me more that it's getting ready for the pop. If you look at the 60, I mean, the 60 consistently, every time we look back at it, it looks like it's on an up move. So, well, right here is a little interesting because it could be holding, and you could use trend lines on momentum and indicators, and it's viable. All right, so it broke this downtrend it's making, but this is still could be a lower high. and then it could move to a lower low. So it's encouraging that it broke the trend of the momentum. We just need this baby to turn up and make a higher high. And then we could say the momentum is turning neutral to bullish, and that's what we want to see. As far as finding an entry on the 60-minute, I mean, you could see we're just dancing around the center right here. You could, if you needed to find an entry, I mean, you could probably take an entry at 61 and then you know, be in the ride to test this high right here and then take off. But yeah, you know, obviously, if you're long it and you're in the money, I mean, you're riskless right now. You're at no risk of losing money. Then just sit in there and ride this thing out. But yeah, you know, with situations like this, you got to watch your downside and protect your interest and make sure that you're not going to have to sell a kidney after this play if it doesn't work out for you. And yeah, you know, that's prudent in investing. And then let's take a look at Bitcoin and hang in there and listen to Bitcoin, you AMC people, and let me get those hours. So Bitcoin on the daily is actually turning very positive. This is, yeah, you know, we're making higher highs and higher lows and we're waving up. So that's encouraging. I don't know if anybody's looking for an entry on Bitcoin right now. That was the daily. Let's look at the 60-minute. And that's obviously moving up. You know, it could make a higher low here and then move up. I mean, this is an ugly trade-off right here, but this is a nice move up. So a little consolidation, fill the gap, and away we go again. I'm still getting the hang of it. I really didn't look at Bitcoin. I don't really know what the trading patterns are. You know, from a technical standpoint, I could demonstrate what my setup would look like, but I would really need to understand the personality, which that just comes in time. I mean, very simply, if I was in the game and I saw this hammer right here where my crosshair is dancing, I would have taken that bad boy, because look at that hammer. I mean, that's a long tail to the downside and real tiny body. I mean, that's just screaming to go up. And it's actually a nice setup because it looks like it pulled back before the break and then would have given you an opportunity to get in right here and take advantage of all of that. And that was yesterday that it did that at about 10:30. That would have been a nice hammer. I definitely would have jumped all over that if I was watching this thing trade. But you know what they say, if the queen had balls, she'd be king. So all the ifs are out, and basically that's it. So hey, do me a favor. If you like, check out my videos of Trading 101. Trading 101, I'm sorry. I don't even know my own videos. And that's just your basic steps into trading, reading charts and things of that nature. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe. Join me in the mornings, and you could ask any questions you want, and I'm happy to go through securities and talk about things and my opinions and stuff like that, and they're objective. And hit the like and hit the bell and hit the subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, there's a PayPal link in the description that you can PayPal some funds, and that's appreciative, and it'll go towards improving the channel. So again, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. It's after 4, so hit the road.